You can get those high notes. So the YouTubes did not, copyright strike me. So I don't own this music for anybody that's, but I did have permission to use it. So hello, everybody. Welcome to Old Gray Bricks. It is good to see y'all. What is with the hockey helmets?
This just arrived from Pro Stock Hockey, and it will probably be the last helmet I ever own because I'll probably retire by the time this thing's out of. But the helmet that I have, I've been wearing for 15 years, and it now is like, I don't know, warped or something, but it squeezes my head, and by the end of the game, it starts to hurt. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to drop the money, and Pro Stock Hockey had some stuff on clearance, so I got.
You said it's the last helmet you ever own. It sounds like you're headed out to battle or you're not coming back or something like this.
I'm about to turn 52, and it'll probably last me 10 years. That's probably as long as I play hockey, so it's probably my last helmet, and I got new elbow pads, but I'm not wearing those. So I got this elbow pad sticks. It needs a face shield, but that'll be tomorrow. I'll get the face shield, and I'll wear it tomorrow night. And it's red for my team, Red Wings.
Hello, Bricks. Hello, Moto. How are you?
And with the paint job, I could do all Tron helmet.
You can be the whatever Tron guy. What was the meme with the video Tron guy with the suit? Yes, you could Tron guy us. That would be cool.
Because that's what they're wearing, repainted helmets.
I know. Hello, Mayo. Good to see you. Moto thinks you look like a Rock'em Sock'em robot. That's pretty funny.
Right.
That's one of the Toy Stories with those guys in it, where they're like, they start fighting each other, is hilarious to me. All right. So, Matt, I know that you are Brick Jedi is here. Hello, hello. Good to have you here. Matt, I know you're going early, so possibly today. You finished an accomplishment today. Is that correct?
Yeah, last night. So let me turn my camera around.
I like that you can be safe in your chair with your helmet.
That's in case I have a dramatic incident. So here it is. The at.
Mm-hmm.
Look, there's Luke. Luke's just hanging there. And so, yeah, I finished it. And I will say that it's really fragile. So putting it together, there's this detailing on the bottom. And if you reach your hand under and try to lift up the structure there, stuff just falls off.
Right.
So it's very, very temperamental. You need to basically pick it up by the edges if you're going to move it around. And my spouse can attest that at least 8 times I went to move it so that I could rearrange it on the table while I was building in front of the TV, and something fell off, and I went, because then I had to figure out where it fell off and where it went back on. So this is my Star Wars office, but I'm going to stand back. And you can see there's the action figure version.
Oh, cool.
And there is the Lego version. And I think the Lego version may actually be bigger than the action figure version. So there we go.
Wow.
So we got the Battle of Hoth, both versions. And the other little acquisition that arrived this week is out here. And it is from Wicked Brick in the UK. Wicked Brick has these pretty slick acrylic stands, and I bought 3 of them, thinking that I could fit my collectible minifigs. But after I ordered 3 on May the 4th, because they had a special discount for first-timers, plus if you ordered May the 4th, you got this little one-off Star Wars stand where you could put 4 Star Wars with a spacey background.
Mm.
And so I ordered them, and then Dana's like, that's not going to be enough. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, you didn't do the math properly. And he was right. It's not enough. So I have a couple more coming from England in order number 2. but they're not here yet. So whenever they get here, I'll have all my CMFs spaced out. And the thing that I like about these stands, the cat's like, oh, how do I get over there? You just saw the cat high hurdles because she's like, oh, I need to go over where you are. Hi. You want to be on camera? You want to be old gray cat?
Old gray cat.
So the thing that I like about these is that the studs are slightly angled. So like here's one. So the figures are tipped, and I had built my own stands. Oh, you missed it. She just hurtled again. I had built my own stands out of bricks, but because the studs were all, exactly even, if you had a character that had something in their hand, and most of them do, like, for example, the swimmer has a trophy and, the workout guy has a barbell. If you've got a figure in front of it or even slightly offset, it still ends up, bumping into the one in front. So the thing I liked about these Wicked Brick, very slick design and they're nice high quality plastic, and the studs are slightly angled so the minifigs are turned and whatever they're holding isn't like hitting the thing directly in front of it. So the only thing that doesn't,
I don't know if foreshadowing is a thing, but I know you're playing hockey tonight, right?
Yeah.
Or tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the only figure that your cat knocked over is the hockey player there. I don't know if that means anything, but
well, the figures that don't sit well are the skaters. So we got the hockey skater, we have where's the figure skater? We got the figure skater, and of course here's the
he knocked the space guy over too. That's weird.
Yeah, the diver doesn't really snap in. So the ones that have are on surfboards or they're on skates or on fins, they don't really play nice. Yeah, here we go. We'll fix the space guy. Hey, space guy. There you go.
It just seems like it takes up a lot of space, though. Like that, there's a lot of dead space underneath.
Yeah, well, I mean, the custom-made risers that I made before, they were not as deep, but I filled them up and I needed more risers. So no matter how if you're gonna display them all at once and have them out, it's gonna chew up space. So while we're talking about that, Target has a 2-foot wide shelves currently on sale. Normally they're $35 and they're $25 for a shelf. It's a 5-shelf unit, 2 feet wide, and these will set in it. So I went ahead and just stopped by on my way home from school and picked up 3 of them for $75. So
cool.
If you need more shelves for your shelf sitters, as Mark likes to refer to them, Target's got shelves on sale. So this is your opportunity to go snatch up some shelf sitters that are pretty darn cheap, $25. And you can display more of your collectible minifigs or whatever you want to display.
That's cool. And by the way, I have those. Well, that's these two over here are the Target shelves here. I think this is one too. But yeah, that's a good deal for those. They are 72 inches high. But those things you've got kind of are definitely attuned to being in the IKEA brand thing, right?
Yeah, I think they're the exact same height as the IKEA shelves. So since I'm walking through the house, I'll show you what I have in my formal living room, which is these are IKEA.
Big baby Yoda.
That was a Costco thing where I couldn't resist. So I have all the official modulars sitting on top of these and then in shelves in the middle. So those are the IKEA ones. And
what are those 2 pieces of giant macaroni near the bottom there?
That's a book holder.
It's a donut.
Donut.
Oh, it's a donut. It looked like macaroni there for a minute.
Hey, macaroni.
Cool deal. All right. That's awesome. Awesome. We've had a lot of folks join us in the chat here. Moto is here. Brick Jedi is here. Mayo, we mentioned those. Bobolavo, our sole outpost there on the Twitch. Brick Jedi's here. Big Nate Bricks is here. Multigasm Geek is here. Brick Snaps, if I knew how to make sure that's turned on, I would do that. I'm not sure how. Macaroni Donuts. But anyway, glad you're here and joining us. So that's cool. Thank you for the tour. I know you got a split in hockey and stuff that later, so that's awesome. Jeff Van Winden is coming to us from Canada. How are you today? What's going on in your world?
Not much, not a lot.
It's very
Amazon.
clean. In there.
Sorry,
It's very clean in there.
it's not that clean.
No, it looks
Look at all that stuff right here, and it's getting there. I got my Amazon Prime deals today, and I got the little dots. Basically, got this for the curves.
Yeah,
The
cool.
macaroni curves. It was like, I think it's regular 25 Canadian. It was like $5 or $10 off, so it wasn't too bad. But I did pick up a couple of these guys, because they were selling for 100 Canadian on Amazon, 101, 102, somewhere in that range. And I was debating buying it. I think it's regular about 130. And I was debating buying it, and then I priced out, like I basically parted the set out on Bricklink, and all the figs are worth $100.
There you go.
So
Canadian.
because I'll sell basically this. I'll sell at least one. I saw the figs for the one set, I think, and maybe sell the parts too. I don't know. We'll see. I bought it for the figs, so I've got a set for myself, and I'll figure out what to do with the rest. But and I got a little fancy shelf thingy too, which I'm going to put. This monitor right here is going to get up on a shelf, and then I can move my laptop and docking station underneath it because it just takes up so much room. So
Nice.
so you know.
So here's a question. So
Yeah.
how many sets that are coming out August 1st for us do you guys already have available in Canada? Is there a load of
We're
them?
the exact same. Lego comes from the same. Lego comes from the States for us, so it's just Europe that has Europe and I think Australia, that and maybe the Asias that have all the sets already. But we have the same stock. So if you
So
guys
how
want
did you
anything
get?
right
But how did you get those early? Because they're not available to us.
the Iron Man sets?
Yeah, I don't think the new Iron Man.
Yeah, it's been sold out for the past since it came out. I think it came out. It came out in June, I think, but they were sold out pretty quick.
Oh, I thought the new one was August 1st release for us. So
No,
I don't know. I'm
no.
not paying
If
attention.
you go to Shop Home right now, they're probably just back ordered.
It was way too expensive for me to even consider, really seriously.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you got a good deal on it.
Well, yeah, good deal.
Good deal. That's right.
Yeah, it's the eventual thought of maybe building a Hall of Armor, but a bit of a wider circle, I think, because currently the way the Lego does it is too tight. You have to go like 5 or 6 levels deep, I think, or levels up, and I think from the original movie it was 3 levels. His Hall of Armor.
Yeah, I think.
I think it was 3 levels. So.
Yeah, but this new one is not compatible easily with the old. Is that correct?
Well, it looks like it's using. I haven't actually seen. I don't know if they actually show it here. They don't show the edge.
They're not too.
Oh yeah.
Like
Well, it does have the same type of clippies.
they both have the clips, and they're both 4 wide, so
Yeah,
you could sort of work them together or stack them.
it's just
or
different
something.
glass. Like it's using the garage door pieces on the sides.
Mm.
There's my hand right there. So like the garage door pieces go there too. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, eventually I wouldn't mind building something as a display piece. But everybody else has done that too. So
Cool.
I just want to collect the Iron Man.
Yeah. Jake has a bucket with all of his Iron Man in it. I think.
Mhm.
I don't know if there's a few that are mangled about in the collection here, but
Fair enough.
he has a few. So
That is my Lego confession. The one time that I have bought clones was to buy Iron Man figures for Small Paul to play with.
Well, and sheep. Did you get in on the sheep deal?
No.
Goats.
That's all Dana. The sheep thing is all Dana, but I did buy. I bought a set off eBay of Iron Man clone Lego figures because some of the Iron Man figures go for ridiculous prices on the aftermarket, and it's like I'm not paying $20 for a single figure or $50 or whatever.
Yeah, and 2 or 3 of the Iron Men in here are already $20, and it's a new set.
Yeah, and
So-
for things that Paul is going to lose the pieces to while he's playing Iron Man and stuff, it's like I just get him the knockoffs.
They go the Hall of Armor ones. They go for that much, really? It's an old. I think that set's been out for a while. Usually, the prices come down time. But
I'm saying this set, which is the new one. They're
the new one. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about the old one.
Yeah, typically, because I do that with Harry Potter, I'll buy sets and flip them, but you get the most money if you flip the figs as soon as the set comes out. The longer you wait, the more sets people part out and the prices tend to drop. So,
yeah. So you're saying add them now?
Yes, I would add them right now, and make yourself either the first or the second cheapest person in your country, and that's usually what I do.
That's awesome. All right, Sandlin, what's up in your Lego world today? You were on the TikToks earlier today, right?
Yes, I've been doing a few ticks and talks on the TikToks, and I was one of the guys on there that I have hung out with a couple of times. Goes by the name Just 15 Bricks, and a lot of his TikToks are actually where he will, just like his name says, he'll build 15 bricks a day and upload a video of that, and then after a little while he builds it into a set. And as he does that, he asks people to try to guess what set it's going to be, and it's a whole thing. So I mean, it's kind of a fun idea. But at any rate, he I think I was watching one of his live chats one night, and I said hello in the chat, and he was said hello back and was really nice guy and everything, and invited me to drop in on a live. So I did that, and then today he tagged me on his countdown video for the live that they were doing today. So I dropped in and hung out with him and Bricksboro on TikTok. So nice dudes. They were having a competition where the two of them were doing a speed build on the Ironmonger. So I have that right here, just in case anybody doesn't know what the Ironmonger is. It's this guy. Mm-hmm. So they were doing a speed build on that guy. So they built that, and I hung out with them and just sort of chatted and read them funny comments from their chat and stuff while they were doing it. So it was pretty fun.
Cool.
And then the Amazon Prime, I got this set for a pretty good discount. So this is the Baryonyx Face Off, the Treasure Hunt. I got this one for Small Paul, mostly because Small Paul likes the dinosaurs. So, mine is an evil laugh.
It's a dork dinosaur.
He is kind of dorky looking, but he has good posability. He's got his wrists turn, which is pretty cool for dinosaur. You can actually have him hold a minifigure in his hands like this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. He can't eat the minifigure though. Like his head won't like articulate that far down. So the minifigure is safe.
Hello, Alyssa.
And it also comes with a pretty nice looking sort of Jeep. I thought this was, for a Lego vehicle, it's pretty nice looking.
It is. It has some attention to it. It's not just wheels and a windshield.
It looks like a Jeep.
Yep. And it comes with a Dougie, a German Shepherd, which Small Paul does not have a German Shepherd, so he'll enjoy that. This is probably the 47th Owen figure that we have, though. He's in everything. Every single Jurassic Park set comes with that dude. So if you're just buying them for the dinosaurs, you'll eventually have yourself a pile of Owens. And it comes with a trailer, which I thought was kind of cool. It's made up to look like a sort of beat up kind of Airstream, but the whole side of the trailer hinges open like this. So it's got a dude in there sleeping on his bunk. He's got his little computer and a VHS camcorder hanging on the wall. But it was kind of a fun little thing.
That there's an RV.
It is. And then it also comes with this little water feature with a thing here. You do that and it reveals the treasure chest.
You should make music.
Oh, yeah. I got to get it put back together.
This is the quality entertainment of Old Gray Bricks right here.
That's a startlingly close replica.
Yeah, you can hear the John Williams coming through. So I was asking. I did a live build on TikTok while I was building this set, and I didn't realize that this set is based on the Lego Jurassic Park cartoon. So these characters here, this St. John Prescott and Red the dog and Danny Niedermeyer, they are on the Lego Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, whatever the cartoon is called, the Lego version of the cartoon. Those characters are from that, because I was trying to remember, is there a treasure chest in one of the movies that I don't remember? And no, they're from some side plot, something or other on the cartoon for evidently there's a treasure. So
it's from the evil pirate dinosaurs. So
maybe. Also for Amazon Prime Day, I bought the old version of the Hall of Armor, the Iron Man Hall of Armor. I got that one because I'm flying out to Denver next week to visit a buddy of mine, college buddy, and his son likes Lego and Marvel. And so Uncle Mark is going to come through with some Iron Man Lego for him. So I got that one. And I also, just coincidentally, on Prime Day, I bought from the Lego website, nothing to do with Prime, but I found the Monkey Kid rocket ship that was 20% off, and it was double VIP. So I thought I'll go ahead and get that.
Nice. That is super fun. You will enjoy that.
So yeah. I got to look at it when I was over at your place last time, and it's a really neat set. So I thought 20% off and double VIP points. Maybe I'll go ahead and get it, and then I can try and figure out if I can fit it in my City of Lanterns.
City of Lanterns launch bay would be great. So,
yeah,
you're gonna have to buy another shelf for your shelf sitters pretty soon.
Maybe. This is a Home Depot shelf with the adjustable things that you can stick on it. So really, all I need to do is get 3 more of the little brackety things and stick them on there and just put a shelf in. So.
Your mom's a Home Depot shelf.
Probably.
Right,
so that's all I got. That's all I got for today.
Sweet. All right. So let's see. Question number 1. Have you guys seen the TikTok-y? I know on TikTok it's going around. I don't know if it's going around on Instagram or not. But there's people there's a big protest, quote unquote, and people, it looks like they're skipping out on buying new Lego after August 1st. The actual protest is, and if you support it, is like not buying on August 1 to give a message to Lego, but then after that, I guess it's free for the price increase. And I am not a fan of the price increase. It's smoke and mirrors, and we can discuss that later. It is smoke and mirrors because they've already price increased everything else except the top tier sets, and they're just making noise about that, in my opinion. But there are those who are not going to buy August 1 releases on August 1 to send a message to Lego. Well, do you think they'll get that message? And is it warranted?
So you're telling me none of the bloggers are going to I'm going to go stand in line and get the August 1st sets?
I don't know. The people who supported it, I've noticed it mostly on TikTok. TikTokers are passing it around a little bit, protesting because of the $16 billion profit Lego has, and then raising the prices on us and everything.
I have already pre-ordered the Galaxy Explorer set, 2 of them. So Lego they're already getting my money. So
Lego's got my money too, and probably Walmart. So
whatever, man.
I mean, I understand in principle that yes, they make a lot of money, and they don't need to raise the prices other than to keep their profit margin keep their profit margin the same. But A, it's a hobby for me. B, I'm an addict, so I'm not willing to go cold turkey and just quit. And C, that's why I have a side hustle reselling sets so that it helps pay for some of the cost. But
Yeah,
I will agree.
I mean,
I'll agree
it's.
with that.
I think that when you threaten to boycott something from one of the largest toy manufacturers in the world, it's like it's really just about making yourself feel better because Lego is not going to notice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I will agree with Nick on this. It is a jerk move to take sets that are already in the pipe out on the shelves and everything and increase their price. That's a dingleberry move right there. But the funny thing about that, most of those are either out of print or going out of print pretty soon. It seems like anyway, but new sets I get and everything. But I don't like it at all. I don't like the price increase. Will it affect my spending? Maybe. But I'm also super saturated right now. Shelves are saturated. And after the 2-3-ish Galaxy Explorers I get, I'm going back to parts, and probably that's it. I don't know if there's any sets that are really going to make me wow and jump on board. So I don't know about y'all.
What about you, Dana? What do you think?
Yeah,
I'm going to go with
Dana.
Blue. Definitely blue.
Dana, tell us how you're going to quit Lego cold turkey because you're mad about the pricing.
I mean, well, this really feels for an Anchorman. Well, that escalated quickly.
Hey, you walked into a bar.
I wore my Castle shirt today because I'm so excited for the new Castle set.
That's how you do it. That's how it's done.
I'm protesting the price increases by not buying the $400 Castle set. That'll show.
Me too.
I
4
can
Galaxy Explorers.
The castle comes in on the 5th, so
buy 4 Galaxy Explorers.
Funny you should mention goats.
Oh, where are the goats? Oh, dude, you should have had them right at your hand.
Arm
Man.
reveal time.
Who wants some goats?
So many goats.
Totes my goats.
Toads my goats. Well, now I
goats.
split up the baggies into the appropriateness of other people, but look, it's raining goats.
It's raining goats.
Cash money, baby. Cash money.
Exactly. So, and I love the fact that it comes with a little white goat. My lighting is horrible. I need to get a guy in here for
You need some professional lighting.
I need some professional lighting. So there's a white goat with light tan spots.
Oh, there you go. I see the
Which
spots.
is like the normal goat. That's like that's the actual knockoff goat. Everything else is like clones. Then we get black spots instead. Then we get
Your mom has black spots.
we get a nougat goat. Hashtag
Nougat.
nougat.
Your mom's a nougat goat.
And the nougat gets some spots too. And then
If
we
your
get
nougat gets spots, you should consult a physician. I'm just saying.
yeah, that's true. Then we get a tan, and then of course tan with spots.
Ooh, ah.
Then we get let's see, what was that reddish brown,
Dark brown.
and dark brown with spots. So 9 different style of goats, and I think the grand total for each goat is I think it came out to be 34 cents a piece or something crazy, and that was after shipping. So
It's crazy.
I just
Crazy
want to say
goat.
that I'm really glad there wasn't a 10th goat because I think Moto's head would have completely blown apart.
just done.
And also-
goats. Goats.
Nick apparently has a fire fixation this evening. This is like the 3rd time he's told us to burn something. So,
I am not lighting these Chinese goats on fire because I am not sure what type of plastic is used, and the caustic smell might kill me. So
His Lego room is not ventilated well enough to set them on fire.
No, I mean I've already got issues when I use this little bottle of acetone to melt plastic, and Lord only knows what brain damage I've done with that. So
we
what
wanted
do
to
you
talk
guys-
to you about your slurred speech, by the way. So,
my slurred speech, yeah.
Yes.
I don't have a nervous twitch or anything like that.
We've been around the room, and you're just in time. Yes, it's that guy. I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing blue.
Yeah. Exactly. So I unfortunately had other things that popped up and caused me to be late for this evening. But the only real exciting thing I have is the goats. I think that was all the. Because Monday we talked about that I got the Domo sets for the parts draft. Or Chris, I've got one for you, so we can do that. I need to send that out. So Matthew is obliged to allow us to do that at his house, unless we want to gang up at Adam's house. But I'm going to do an impromptu.
Adam doesn't have a table.
Adam doesn't have what?
A table.
We were eating chips at a table.
Yeah, the table was like 5 feet by 4 feet.
It's like a poster board size
His
table.
kitchen had a nice big table and an island.
No man is an island. No man is an island.
No man is an island.
So are we drafting that this Saturday?
No.
Okay.
It is not going to be on the lug meeting because that's just crazy. I mean, it's like I forget how many pieces in their set, but it's going to take like an hour and a half just to sort the parts in that thing. So it's going to have to be like a specific occasion just to parts draft for that set. So
Good.
But I'm going to do an impromptu set of the week. I was going to do a much more stylized version of this, but I'm going to do the impromptu. So I'm sure I'll drop something.
Please do.
Yeah, it's entertainment value. Moto's watching.
So I forget when, I think this was pre-COVID or during COVID. I forget. I did a bulk buy, and it had some classic parts in it and stuff like that. This might be back when I did the original classic space parts buy I did that I spent $200, and I was like, yeah, that was kind of high price. And they got like $500 worth of sets in it. So I was like, all right, I'll be fine with it. But so this was one of the sets that I never finished parting out until recently, which is an older Firehouse set. And I love
Yay!
Yep. We just lost a fire engine. But I got another, there's a little fire engine that goes with it. I love these doors. I mean, I'm not a city builder, but I love that the doors go up and down. This is an old gray tile down here at the bottom, which nowadays they use white or trans light blue for that piece, but this is an old gray base plate. Old gray megaphones up here. Mm-hmm. So that's like literally the only old gray in this set. Otherwise, everything's red and blues and whites and transparent. It's missing a couple windows and I need to fill. And it's also missing some stickers. But I'm going to go to I already looked on mystickershop.com out of the Netherlands or Finland, one of the two. I think it's the Netherlands. And they've got a sticker replacement sheet. So I'm going to use that to put that on here. And of course, it's got 3 old style classics, firemen, and then a little girl. I don't know whether she just like sits in if she's a female fireman or if she's supposed to just kind of be the secretary. It was the 80s. Who's to say? And while I've been ordering instructions, I went ahead and grabbed the instructions for this set as well. So once I get the non-OEM stickers, it will be complete. So
while you're talking,
set of the week is 6382 Fire Station from somewhere in the early 80s would be my guess. That's all I got.
Yep. I like it.
Speaking of ordering things from the Europes, the U.S. dollar hit 1-to-1 with the euro this week. So if you do need something from the Europes, this is the cheapest time in a very, very long time to order things from there. So just putting that in your head.
Are you going to say Burkina and see if Pink Wheels just all of a sudden pops up or
I already messaged her on Instagram and she hasn't messaged me back. So that tells me she's probably filling a cart right now.
Probably so. She texted me earlier. They had some stuff going on, so she could make it tonight. But yeah, probably she is. She's going to sleep with the phone like this, and she's going to do the thing where she falls asleep and it slaps her in the forehead. You know that thing. So
I'm laying in bed last night, just going through parts and looking like what's marked off 60% and just dumping things into a cart. And about 1 o'clock in the morning, I was like, well, this cart says $600. I should probably stop and go to sleep now. Which I'm not really going to order that much, but I was just putting anything that looked remotely interesting into the cart. And then I'll come into the Lego room and see what I actually have. And I'll start delete.
Yeah, I need to be disciplined enough to have a document of like parts I really need when I'm searching and scratching and doing stuff like I know you have a spreadsheet for crying out loud. I got it. But that would be something neat. I also need to clean out my wanted list on Bricklink. And I know people make like different wanted lists and like sectionals and sections and everything. I just have this massive list, and
I have literally no less than 20 to 30 want lists at any given time.
You have separate lists?
Oh yeah. Because if I'm reparting a set, that gets its own list. If I'm building something that I know I've already built in digital and I'm searching for parts, that gets its own list.
If I order parts, I put the parts I ordered on a list so that I can track them when I come in as well.
Right. Well, I mean, that's typically I'm already ordering off a list anyway. So yeah. But sometimes sometimes I'll even create a list of what I've ordered so that I can remove it from my wanted list. And then when I go searching for new orders, I can just uncheck the ones that I know I've already received so they don't show up in my wanted list when I look. Dude, you really need to up your game. Seriously.
So that's the thing that's my problem.
Sure.
You have to go through and delete things from your wanted list. So I had things that I wanted 2 years ago. When I'm scrolling through, it says like, you wanted this. And I'm like, no, I have that. I have that now. But I haven't gone through and pulled out all of the stuff I no longer want. So now maintaining that is a pain in the butt. Because
the worst thing is it's on your list, you order it, and you're like, oh, crap, I've already ordered this.
Yeah, well, there is a thing that after you place your order, it allows you to review your wanted list so you can remove them.
What?
You didn't know
like
this?
No.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just after you've done the order.
I said it before. I'll say it again. Amateurs.
Look, I grow my own bricks around here. I don't never mind. Me. All right, so back to the price increase of Lego. And I know I think Wheels are here. She would be able to give us all the economics and stuff of, and I know you guys can too, of raising prices, expecting costs to go up and stuff like that. But personally, is it going to diminish the amount of new sets that you're going to buy, or you're just like $50 extra bucks, I'm still getting the new Star Wars thing? What's your deal?
I'm not buying less groceries because the price of groceries are going up.
That's true.
Right?
I bought 2 bags of peanut butter cups from Aldi because daggum, those are good. But anyway, go ahead.
No, I mean it's exactly what Jeff said. Is like, I mean, gas. I mean, have you stopped buying gas?
Yes.
You have a hybrid car. That doesn't count.
I do the thing where I just go and buy $25 and then ride on it until I go back and buy 25 more bucks. It doesn't save me any money, and I go to the gas station more.
You just feel like you're saving money even though you're not.
I get more drinks from inside the QT that way. So
good thing they don't have a gas station combo Waffle House, otherwise you'd never leave.
So to put this price shock in perspective, I went from being a store employee for 2.5 years, where everything was half off, to no longer being a store employee. So I made it through that price shock. So Lego going around and raising sets by extra. How much fiber? Nick, I don't know what's going on here, but
it's going to be a source of food. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Matt.
No, I mean, so going from paying employee prices to regular schmuck prices was a pretty big shock.
Hey,
and, I'm being honest.
Is that how y'all employees view us coming? We're schmucks coming in the store.
Hey, Chris. If the foreskin fits, all right. If the foreskin fits, all right.
Yeah. What?
It was supposed to be a summer job that lasted for 2.5 years because I couldn't let go of the discount. Let's be honest here. I was like, I don't want to work every Saturday in December, but the discount. It's hard to let go.
I
So
understand,
classic.
but
man.
your buying didn't diminish even though the discount went away, right?
It did initially, and then I was sort of just like, I don't know. I just go through and pick the things that I want. So I mean, that certain creator sets, the UCS sets, modulars, those are all pretty much yes buys, and then the random friend set that has new parts, new colors. It's just pick and choose here and there.
You know what the hardest part is? Is that when you score and you have a Lego employee as a friend and they hook you up with the discount and then that employee quits. It's great when they quit because they let you use their discount, but then they're no longer there anymore.
I don't know anything about that, and
I don't know anything about that either. I've heard about these things though.
When are Jake and Paul going to be old enough to work there? That's what we want.
My kid,
He lives too far away. He would be spending too much gas.
We'll cover his gas to the store if we can buy his.
hey, we were in there. The last 2 times we've been in there, Linda's been in there. She's like, Jake, I'll give you a job right now if we lived on that side of the state, but we don't. So.
He can live in my spare bedroom for late nights after he's working.
That's right. That's right. Just store the Lego down there while you sleep, and then bring it home to make sure you.
I'll have to move all the Lego off of the bed before you can sleep. He'll have to just sleep on the floor next to the bed because the entire bedspread is covered with unfinished project.
Dude, can I just make a moment? In 15 days, he starts his senior year of high school, and I'm not okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. Oh, August 1st they start class?
August 1.
Yeah, the South is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
I don't get
The
it.
air conditioning is going to run all August anyway. So
Isn't it really hot in August?
Yes, it's really
So-
hot May to October.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Is it hotter in June than it is in August? No, that's what I never got. Like they're done at the end of May because June is hot, but August is hot too. So
Actually, let me explain the
it's
South.
farming.
Let me say this.
It's
If
farming.
you are boiling pasta, if you get the initial rolling boil, that's June. If you put the noodles in and everything, that's July as you're boiling the noodles. And then August is then sticking your face in the pot and eating the noodles out of the boiling water. That's the South in the best I can describe it. So
okay.
And actually, I might have a little caveat to that because last night and this morning, stepping outside was like taking that bowl of noodles that is boiling and pouring it down your pants. Yeah, that's been the last couple of days. Just say.
Let's just say putting on pants to go teach my Tuesday, Thursday class. Every single time I come home, I had crotch swamp going on. It was like,
Well,
I got to hop in
My
the shower.
description better than yours.
That is why I own a car with ventilated seats.
yeah, now I will say, even though the ride was a little bumpier in your car, the Wazoo air conditioning was quite nice in your car.
Air conditioning.
Wazoo. We were at camp and somebody just walked. We were walking beside somebody else, and he just walked outside, and I was like, "Man, it's hot." He goes, "It feels like I just walked in somebody's mouth." So that describes the weather around here. So anyway,
But to come back to Jeff's point, August is always hot here.
Yeah.
Always hot. In June, sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. So I think June is we actually had a fairly not crazy start to the summer, and it wasn't super humid until about, I don't know, early June. So August is always insufferable. June is sometimes insufferable, but mostly insufferable, but not quite as. So, I mean, if I were going to be in class, I would rather be in August because it's always terrible. So let's just go in the classroom when it's air conditioned and do stuff.
Well, and I mean, I know historically up here at least it was June to September or June to August, the end of August, because that's when harvest or that's when a lot of the farming needs to be done, right?
Yep.
So it's probably just falling back. Like you're further down south, so your crop season's probably a month earlier than it is up north.
well,
So
the summers around here, about 15, 16 years ago, they changed it from 3 months of summer to 2 months of summer. So you lost August as a month off here in the South. They add a couple of weeks in around other breaks through the year. They don't really feel like it. But yeah, so the summer's gotten a lot shorter, and I hate it. I miss being bored in August and all that kind of stuff. And we're almost ready for school. Not quite, but almost ready for school to start. So yeah, we have shorter summer here in North Carolina. They're all year round school, and I would be crazy. I don't think I could handle that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
I mean,
but,
yeah.
I mean, that's what a lot of countries do.
Mm-hmm. We actually have one of the shortest school years of developed countries.
And it shows.
Yeah, and it's even shorter when you consider the last 2 weeks of school. They're watching like Disney movies every day. So there you go. All right. So we talked about some of the price increases. It's gonna make me, by just my opinion of it, it's gonna make me a little more careful about what I spend. But like I said, the price increases that they're chirping about with the big sets, they've already squished through all the city sets and everything. We already have that price increase in place. They pushed it through the kid sets, and this is I swear this is just getting attention away from that to have people complain about the big collector sets being more expensive, and the regular Lego sets are already more expensive. So that's just my 2 bits.
I will say the price increase did nudge me to take advantage of the last April day to buy stuff. So stuff that was under $100 that was on my, I'll get this set eventually. I made a point to go get it on the last April day because I get 15% off plus the VIP. So about 18% off.
So FYI, the 15% April day will be also again in September and December. And I found it interesting that the last April day for the year is going to be in December.
What?
Yeah, December. I think it was September 10th and December 10th. And I was like, we never had an April day in December. That's like Christmas shopping time. So I found that interesting.
Which means I may have already bought all the Christmas and I don't have money to spend on Lego, but who knows?
Right. Or, we'll dip in further into savings and go further into debt and buy more Lego.
That's the way.
Hypothetically speaking.
So here's a question about it. Do you think the price increase is going to happen if retailers like Walmart and Target and stuff start complaining about that price, although they kind of set that price? I don't know how that works. Do you think if all of a sudden the big retailers notice a dip in sales because of that price increase, will Lego pull the bat shoots on that or what?
No.
Matt says no.
I say no.
It's about turnover. It's about how long a set sets on the shelf and before it sales. It's about volatility, how quickly this stuff moves. That's what the Target cares about more than the price.
Mm-hmm.
Shelf space.
Target gets more upset if a toy sits there for 3 months than what the price is. Because if it's not moving, that's dead space. They're heating, they're air conditioning, they're paying employee, and things are not moving. So they want turnover.
I get it, but the set is more expensive and it sits there longer. Is that going to be a thing?
Is it going to sit there longer?
There are some sets that they'll let sit there for 6-9 months and never discount or clearance, and they just let it sit there, and eventually they pull it and send it somewhere.
5 minutes ago, you guys were showing pictures of like empty Target aisles. I don't think Target's worried about this.
I don't think they are either.
I mean, we went through like a year and a half where the Lego store looked like a third world country after a hurricane blew through or something. Like there was nothing there, and it was a mess. Sorry to everyone who's in a third world country, but yeah, I mean, yeah, if stuff starts stacking up, maybe Target will take notice. But all they have to do is put it on sale. They get it at half price. They get it wholesale, and then they decide how much profit. So if Target wants to move it, they can drop the price. They could put things on 20% off, and stuff will move.
Yeah,
that's true.
What he said.
The whole idea that we consumers are going to force Lego into pricing stuff differently is what's more realistic is if we go into a global recession and Lego's not moving, we'll get the chance to buy it on clearance because in a recession, people don't buy as much. So that's how you might get a break. or Lego might think twice about new sets that come out. But, right now, global sales for goods are at an all-time record high, and, they've been having trouble keeping up. Now that's probably going to catch up, but, we're at a super high.
It's probably going to catch up sooner rather than later because we're paying more for everything right now. And I mean, I got a 3.5% raise this year, and inflation is like 9% this year. So
1.1 at least.
7 here.
yeah, it's
crazy.
Don't get me started. I'm a state employee. I almost never get a raise. I got a raise this year because the governor's running for re-election, and the inflation from this year alone is going to wipe out that entire raise that I got. Before that, I hadn't had a raise in like 7 years.
But the roundabout point is that what's the stuff that I don't need to buy? I don't need to buy this. I need to buy gas. I need to buy groceries. I don't need to buy this. I love to buy it. I love to buy it. I don't need to buy it. So that's the gamble that Lego is making, is let's jack up our prices while everybody else is also jacking up our prices. What are they going to stop buying first?
In theory, but
we'll see.
Now that's just my total amateur spitball whatever, but
But there's something to be said about Eat the Rich or something like that, or I don't know. There are still people out there who are, all that this is going to do is that it's going to drive out the casual Lego buyer.
Yeah.
But the casual Lego buyer who has disposable income, it's not even going to phase them.
No.
They're just going to keep buying. I mean, I'm not saying I am or am not an example of that, but I know there are people who spend far more on Lego than I do, and I'm sure they're not even concerned by this, and they will continue to buy exactly what they've been buying before.
I just thought of an awesome new April Fool's joke for next year, and that's Lego is short sizing all their bricks and minifigs to make them a little smaller to save on money, so they can offer the same discount, or they give it to you at the same price, but it's just a little smaller, like they do with the orange juice and everything else.
Or maybe all the minifigs start coming missing a leg or an arm or something like that.
They're going to no longer give you those bonus pieces that you have at the end.
Yeah,
that's true.
Or they'll keep a few of the bonus pieces. They'll take away. You won't get as many one by one, or total. Like you'll be missing one or two.
It'll happen. It'll happen.
But to come back around to the whole pricing thing, when I was a kid, the Galaxy Explorer was $50 in 1970. That was a lot of money in 1979. It was a lot of money. Because my parents gave it to me as a Christmas. I didn't have $50. I was 10 years old. Dana, are you okay?
I'm fine. Putting LaCroix and then a little bit of flavor to make it not so bland creates more pressure. And if you don't kind of siphon off some of that gas, it will.
We need to have Dr. Brahm on to explain
I was
these.
going to say, Brahm would have loved that.
That's PV over T, so.
I'm sorry, you were saying.
I mean, it's just that Lego's always been a high quality product and a premium product that people paid. They didn't pay the lowest price. It's not the cheap stuff from China that you can get on Walmart on other aisles. So, I mean, our parents are still going to go buy a $20, $30 set for kids for someone's birthday. Where it might make a difference is, the high end stuff, but the people who are buying the high end stuff probably aren't skipping meals to go buy, the Daily Bugle set or the typewriter. It's so I don't know. I think if Lego keeps doing excellent marketing and making sets that people who are 40 years old want to drop $300 to $400 on, they'll be just fine. But I guess we'll see a ton of 80s pop culture sets keep coming out.
It's true.
We're gonna get like 4 more Friends TV shows set.
Well, The Office, they've announced The Office. Did you see the Jello mold with the brick separator in it in reference to The Office? because that's a set that's coming out, and my son's excited about that. He loves The Office and everything. So that'll draw the money, nostalgia money, and everything. I don't know if that's sustainable. I hope it is.
Well, then we can go to 90s and we can get our Office Space set.
You could get a fresh Bel Air set. I mean, so
we can get our minifigure jumping on top of the photocopy machine for the Office Space set.
And we can get a Jennifer Aniston with flair.
13 pieces of flair.
So, for the record, 8 minifigs and an instruction book, $117 worth of Lego right there.
What?
Yep.
Wait, what?
The 8 minifigures from that Iron Man set, plus the instruction book, is $117.
So
something you sold or something you just bought?
No, that's I bought the set. I bought 2 of the sets today for $100, or during Amazon Prime, for $100 a set. And I'm parting out just the minifigures from one set and the instruction book for $117. So I've already paid for one set. Anyway.
So we had a parts draft last weekend or the weekend before, and it's always interesting to see what people pick. And our local friend Noel, who does a lot of modular type stuff, he had the first pick. And the first pick, he took the instruction manual and the stickers for Home Alone set. He wanted the stickers, and he was like, I'm going to put the Home Alone book online. And I'm like, are you going to get anything for that? He goes, oh, yeah. He's like, the thicker books often will resell for a fair price. So
I'll check it out.
But he wanted the stickers bad. And then someone else took the brick separator not in the last round. And I was like, zip your mouth. Don't giggle.
That person walks out of the end of Marvel movies and doesn't stay to watch the end credit scenes.
Was it teal or was it orange?
It was orange, and it was the new person who'd never done a parts draft before. So I was like, my lips are sealed. I'm not going to crack it. They were very nice people.
If they don't have a lot of sets, maybe they don't have 80 million ones like we do over here.
I guess. I just was, anytime someone takes a brick separator, it's like a jaw dropper to me personally, because I have 2 large cups sitting right back there.
Right.
$2 US for the instructions. And it's currently available, so that'll go up. That's the cheapest price new.
Okay.
So.
You go ahead and click it back.
But you know what? The Technic parts, they did not last even till like the last couple of rounds, like they often do. Like somebody wanted the Technic parts. I think Adam took the Technic parts.
Well, he has been doing more Technic-y stuff. I don't know. Maybe
Well, I'll tell you, the black pins. If you start to build something big, you will burn them babies up really fast, and then end up ordering some more. So
when I was building the Jetsons Tower and I'm doing all this Technic for the first time, I really chewed down into the black Technic pins that I had in my tray, and I started to get a little worried. But then I started rummaging around, and I found another whole bag of them in the closet. Okay, and I just poured them out. I'm like, we're not even close to using up all the black Technic pins.
All right, so can we talk about what Jeff Van Winden is doing? Because I find it very interesting. What? So he has taken that box, and I saw people doing this at Brick Fair, and I found it interesting, where he actually opened the sides of the box to make it like a pizza box. And then now he's taken the entire thing apart instead of just folding it over and leaving it seamed in the middle. So explain, what's the difference?
I'm going to use this box for shipping instructions. I don't keep the boxes.
So
this is cardboard to make sure that the instructions that someone like Dana ordered hopefully get to you in one piece and not folded as much.
So you're using it as a flat cardboard for shipping. Okay,
yes.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's all I use it for.
That's your hassle-free shipping right there.
Well, that's my extra $1, which Dana didn't get charged for shipping material and supplies.
But now, do you normally open your boxes like a pizza?
Yeah. Like I don't use the thumb holes. This one didn't have the tape. This one has the thumb holes, and I basically just rip the seal on the sides. Like I just stick my finger in and do that around it, and give myself a paper cut.
Now, literally, the first time I saw that was at a parts draft in Chicago, and I'd never seen anybody do that before. And I mean, have you always done that?
Yeah. I find every time you push through those holes, it just bends the box. So for
Well,
me, because I'm using the boxes for shipping,
right. But even before you used them for shipping, did
yeah,
you always do
I
that?
still did it that way.
Well, there were some old school boxes that was really easy actually to do that
Yep.
with, and you could
Yep.
open that up and build in the box, especially if you were like not at your table and stuff like that. So I used to do that all the time.
Even these ones are easy to do. They don't put it's not a row of glue. It's like a few dots of glue along the seams. So
Yeah.
it's fairly easy to open.
Yeah. No, I just found that it's just weird because I had never seen anybody do that before. Now, granted, it's not like I go and hang out with a lot of people who are opening and building new sets, but I mean, I have a fair number of friends that I've built sets around, but I've never seen anybody do that and now you're the second time outside of Chicago that I've seen that. So it was very
Dana, you got to get out more.
I do.
Right.
I do.
You do have to get out more.
I do.
All right. So really quick, Atlanta Brick Convention is happening. It is February the 3rd and the 4th. Hopefully there'll be some extra days beforehand. But it is moving venues. It's moving from our backyard over to y'all's backyard on the other side.
It's going to Toronto?
No. Yes. It's Atlanta Brick Company Convention is going to Toronto. It's going over to Duluth and it's actually going to be, that means it's going to be near the Lego store, which is kind of nice. And hopefully the Lego store or stores will be involved a little bit in that and everything like that. So that means, it's going to be 45 minutes either way for me or something to get there. So that's okay. But I'm excited for the new venue. I'm a little worried also. I hope that they pull from the suburbs like we did over here. I think that was one of the reasons it was successful because it was basically in the midst of the suburbs and everything there. What are your opinions? How are you guys thinking that's going to go?
It's a 15-hour drive.
I'm
Come
very excited that they're increasing the floor space. They sold out, and we did a pretty good job of filling the floor space last time, and we have a lot more stuff we could show. Yeah. So moving to a bigger floor space, I was talking about we should invite other lugs like South Carolina Lug and Tennessee Valley to come down, but in the old space, I would have had to leave stuff at home, because if we're going to fit those folks in, there's only so much room. And this really does open the door to making this a regional con and not just a local con, which I'm very excited about.
Agreed. A coastal con. We're not on the coast. We're kind of off the coast. Seriously.
Well, it's not really a con. This is more of an expo.
It is.
Correct.
But
now,
it would be
at the convention level. That would be awesome. But yeah, we're still like, it's a 2-day show. It's not a 4-day show.
Is it a setup Friday show?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You got to have that setup day. You got to.
Yeah.
It's not a show up on Wednesday kind of show. It's a show up Friday morning kind of show.
I mean, the other thing
that show up at Matt's house and hang out there until
Oh yeah, definitely.
We could do Old Gray Bricks Thursday night at my house and then just go over in the morning. You could all sleep over in the guest room, sleep on the floor because there's Lego in the bed.
Or do like Captain Xavier and putt tent in the backyard. So
I was going to say it's February. It's perfect time to sleep outside.
It's comfortable in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I'm an adult that can get a hotel room, so that's
you're not gonna try to sleep on the couch with somebody to save $1. Come on.
There's an Airbnb here in Atlanta that is a giant treehouse that you can sleep in.
That's true. Yeah,
that was a conversation killer.
That was.
Then again, most of your off the color comments that don't have to do anything with a dad joke are conversation killers.
What's the convention center called? Do you know?
I'm gonna get somebody to remix Psycho Killer with Conversation Killer.
So the other thing that I appreciate about this is that our primary bankrollers for this, Nick and Amanda, are putting up extra money, so they're taking a risk, and they did great in terms of selling out the place last time. So I appreciate that they're willing to step up because the lug's not paying for the building. We're here to put on a show, but they're the ones who are actually putting some dollars and cents and not entirely know for sure that they're going to make money, but they probably will make money. So,
I guess so. Thanks.
It's Gas South Arena. I was going to say, which has connotations for jokes other than it has to do with natural gas. But the bad thing is we won't be near my burger place. The good news is there's other burger places and Jim and Nick's is over there. So
you can diversify your burgering.
There's a burger by my house.
Oh, good.
Yeah. How's that burger blog coming, by the way?
Me?
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet.
That's for retirement.
Yeah. But I went over to the local burger place the other day, and they had, what was on that burger? Like fried jalapenos and pepper cheese or what. It was really good. So, I need to document the burgers.
It's probably more likely that you'll see Chris do burger TikToks.
That's true.
A valid point. That is a valid point. And actually, hey, there's a niche there. There's a niche that needs to be scratched.
So with it being on this side of town, there's only so many great burger joints, but there's a ton of great Korean food. So we could do a dim sum. We could go down to the Chinese.
That's not Korean.
Dim sum. Or we could go up for some Korean barbecue. They're both available. So.
But is there any Mongolian barbecue over there?
There's not that I'm aware of.
Which that was one of the things that I meant for us to try and go do in Chicago, and I totally forgot. And I meant to call my buddy in Emil in Chicago, in Texas, to ask him where was the Mongolian barbecue place that we used to always go to. I think it was in downtown Naperville, which was too far away, but I'm sure there was other ones because it's a chain. So next year, Mongolian barbecue.
Is that the dinosaur that holds your name badge?
It could.
You should have that on your shoulder for the next convention.
It could. It can hold a brick. You can just take the brick, put it in his little hands like this. It fits right in there.
So I love it when he uses his NPR voice.
That's his TikTok voice right there.
I know we're almost to the end of the show and whatnot, but so I did an Instagram post because one of the things I regret not doing for Chicago was a sig fig, because the sig fig that I normally use has a space torso and blue short sleeves, which is really expensive to try and recreate to trade with people.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to go with the orange space torso. Focus, maybe. But I had an epiphany today, and I'm thinking, and I might do it with either printing with Mr. Campbell, or I've got some stickers that might work too, and I want to see how well they work. But I'm thinking this needs to happen.
I was going to say blue hands. When I saw that this morning, I was going to say blue hands.
You're going to create a shortage of blue hands on Bricklink, aren't you?
I am.
So you're a food service worker. Come on.
Well, either that or it's two hands, two of two by blue. But it also kind of has a very. If you saw Dr. Horrible's or Dr. Evil's, where Nathan Fillion. Nathan's fill-in character, it kind of feels like that Hammer character too. So I don't know.
Dr. Horrible's awesome blog.
Yes, that's what it is. That's what it is. So,
Dana,
start of all sorts of weird, funky things. But yeah, so I like it.
You could bulk lug the torso with the sleeves if you really want. You could get like 100 of them.
Well, if they put red and or white classic spaceman on lug bulk for 2023. I'm in. It won't even be a question. I will, as the ambassador, I will filibuster the whole thing and just claim those pieces.
Well, if y'all want your votes on that, I don't care.
No, what you do, Dana, is you make sure that you're the one that gets those figures, and you also get figures with blue hands. And when Chris gets his figures, you change all the hands out with blue.
Just swap them all out.
Yeah.
I will quit the lug.
It might be worth it just to watch that.
Out. I'm out.
Then he'll make a TikTok of him spraying like disinfectant on.
And make sure Jawa's walking by so I get lots of views.
Yeah. So, by the way, speaking of which, I know your Jawa video, but the my TikTok videos is still gaining traction. I can't look at it at the moment. It's like up to 175,000 now, so it's still moving. And
that's awesome, dude.
And then our train video, or our monorail moonbase video from Brickworld on Instagram, has got like 45,000 views. So it's still getting
That's cool.
getting likes and stuff like that. So
It is amazing what little code you have to, hit at random for something to take off.
and then
So,
boom, and it's like, I mean, it's been a month,
Yeah.
and it's still getting traction on the Moonbase. So go figure.
Cool.
Craziness. All
That's
right.
right. All right, guys, we are a little after, so thank y'all for joining us. We had a lot of folks viewing us today, a lot of chat over there in the side. Like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. We're like at 450 subscribers, which would be great if we get to 500
Wow, that's awesome.
soon. That would be really cool. But anyway, have a great day, everybody. Enjoy your day. Be awesome and build awesome.